What is up, folks? Addy here. It's the 1st of January 2021. I'm here with Aaron and Andy, and we are at Little Roundtop right now at Gettysburg, Battle of Gettysburg, where Joshua Chamberlain commanded his 20th Maine in defense of the battle, or excuse me, in defense of this location of Little Roundtop. And in the valley behind me it's called the Valley of the Death, also the Slaughter Pen, and that's where Aaron's pointing at is the Devil's Den, which is where Confederate sharpshooters from Texas and Alabama were, and those troops as well attacked on this side, kind of directly behind myself and Aaron as well. But the sharpshooters were over on the Devil's Den, and they actually succeeded in sniping a brigadier general and his subsequent lieutenant as well, and that was Stephen Weed was the name of the brigadier general of the cavalry, and he died up where Andy is right now in the orange, along with Lieutenant Heltzer, I believe his name was Christopher Heltzer. But here is a kind of an ode to Colonel Patrick O'Rourke, and he led the New York infantry, and he was 26 years old.
No, the other guy was 26.
Who was it? What was his name? Do you remember?
Over there looking.
Let's check it out.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Tell
O'Rourke.
everybody the nose thing though. That's why the nose was so shiny there.
Oh, let's walk back in a sec here, but I want to see if it was O'Rourke or. Oh no, yeah. What you're right. It was
Vincent.
It was Vincent. Yeah.
Strong Vincent.
So he was Colonel Strong Vincent, 26-year-old colonel, and he had been promoted to brigadier general right before his death at 26 years old. But here's O'Rourke, first in his class at West Point, and as Aaron was saying, his nose has kind of a gold hue to it from people rubbing on it. I guess as some sort of good luck charm. And people actually do this in Madison, Wisconsin, to the statue of Abraham Lincoln that's at the top of Bascom Hill. So something similar there. But
really,
little round top, Aaron.
I didn't understand. George said it, and it's like something you don't exactly know from history class. Little round top, and it's day 2 of 3 in the big scheme of things. There's really 3 days of this: July, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 1863. And it's like, flip it around for the folks. They don't need to see me, right? Or I guess we'll point down there, right? So, like, we got the second tree line. We got the first tree line right here. And then the second tree line, right? That's south, so the south's coming. They're coming, right? And they get through that second tree line. They came out to Little Round Top and decided, all right, we got to get on this high ground because they saw the glinting of their metal of their swords and bayonets way off in that second tree line or behind that second tree line, right? So then they advance through that field. They get up to the second tree line here, or the first tree line here, and then they make advances. There's another hill that you can't exactly see the full topography of, but it keeps sloping down there. So they're making their way. They make great gains and advances through that space. But they didn't get Little Round Top here, right? And it's like, well, what if they got Little Round Top on day 2? And thankfully we don't have to answer that. Thankfully they didn't. But what if they did? And it's like, and it's those turning points, and it's like, we always remember the victories or the defeats or, the beginnings and the ends of things are easy to mark, but it's those turning points that are really where it all goes down. And the Little Round Top defense is that turning point, and it's just like, I never really understood, you just hear the things and you learn the facts, but you don't realize where to emphasize the emphasis, really, not that, I'm sure there were individual battles and hand-to-hand skirmishes that might have been just as important as anything else in the scheme of it all, right? But like here on Little Round Top,
his name was Warren. He was the engineer commander. Actually, the engineers were doing some kind of scouting and surveying, and he saw right away that this spot where we're at right now would be the key choke point, really, for the order of battle. As Aaron was talking about it.
Feels like
so as soon as they spotted those Confederates and their sabers and their bayonets glinting in the sun, because this was like super hot. It was 80, 90, upwards of 100 degrees up here, particularly just because not only is it the middle of summer, but there's gunpowder burning constantly in muskets and explosions, which just adds to the heat, along with large groups of men. It got really hot up here, so because it was clear and sunny, they could see that, as Aaron said, and Warren pointed that out and mustered up.
Let's climb up this castle while we have a chance before
Yeah,
give everybody else. Let's
mustered
do
up the
do a
Union.
quick walk up here, give everybody the high ground, the highest of high ground views. I don't think there's really going to be an opportunity to get a higher, taller scope of the Gettysburg, the amazingness of what Gettysburg is. But here, I'll read before we go in. 12th New York Infantry, D&E Companies, Lieutenant Colonel H.W. Ryder, something I can't read, 3rd Brigade, 1st Division, 5th Corps, on duty at 5th Corps Headquarters, July 1st and 2nd and 3rd, 1863. Is this the headquarters? This couldn't have been the headquarters, no. This is just
We're gonna head up here. Oh wow, and it looks like you got the list of the dead
Here, let's see if I can shine some light on that.
around here. Privates, musicians, corporals, sergeants, lieutenants, captains.
Musicians, wow.
There we go. What's the top say? Oh, so this is the 44th New York Infantry Company. So this is the list of the dead for each company, it looks like. Or it's the same company, sorry. Yeah, so this is all part of the 44th New York. And who are these guys here? And check on the top. It's probably on the top, right?
Oh, there we go, yeah. Major General Francis Channing Barlow. Major General Daniel Butterfield. Bunch of guys with him. And we have, okay, this is great for recognition, yeah. It's close.
Okay, should we head up?
Let's head up, yeah.
Great sharpshooter position we got here. Good sniper's nest.
Certainly, they can't make monuments like this anymore because of the ADA compliance. Certainly no way to get people up those stairs, and so they just can't make it. But that was a tough little steep ride up that staircase. This is a fascinating place to be.
So we just came from there. There's Devil's Den, as we mentioned.
Sorry. We'll take off in a minute. This is where it all happened.
There you go, folks. Little Roundtop, Addy and Aaron Adler. Andy's here somewhere, too. Talk to you soon, folks.
Many men perished here, suffered, fought hard, so that we didn't have to go here again and do this whole thing again.
Yeah.
Let's all love each other, left and right. Peace out.
Stay frosty.